When technology and humans cross, the future doesn't need us because we've created tools that transcend the need for human limitations. In our pursuit of progress, we've engineered machines that learn, adapt, and evolve at far rates beyond our biological constraints. We've crafted artificial intelligence that doesn't replicate human intelligence but surpasses it in areas we once thought unique to us: creativity, reasoning, and even empathy. So, dito po, sinasabi na hindi na daw po tayo kailangan ng future dahil meron na nga tayong technology. Because of technology, we can create communication to other country, and also to our we can make new ideas, and also makakapag-aral pa po tayo kahit nasa malayo tayo basta meron tayong technology. And also, makakapag-business pa rin tayo. So, for our next topic, we have 3 reasons why future doesn't need us. First, we have economic efficiency. Second is philosophical reflection. And number 3 is existential questions. For economic efficiency, sinasabi dito na mas parang productive daw yung mga technology kasi sa tao. So, sinasabi din dito na yung technology hindi kailangan magpahinga, hindi binabayaran, and also maraming benefit yung technology kaysa sa tao. Parang ganun yung pinaparating na economic efficiency. So, here in philosophical reflection, parang sinasabi na ngayon pa nga lang daw na, tignan nyo, example is nature. Nabubuhay and lumalago yung nature without people. It can create oxygen, it can create water, it can create sunlight. So, parang sinasabi dito sa philosophical reflection na kaya talagang magpatuloy ng mundo, parang pwede talaga siyang lumago kahit walang tulong ng mga tao. Pero depende na lang in a various field. Katulad dito sa philosophical, ang example niya dito is nature. So, dito naman sa existential question, sinasabi dito na, if machines and AI can do everything better, faster, and more efficient, some may ask, what role do man have in this future? This raises concerns about human identity, creativity, and meaning. So, dito parang sinasabi na, kung yung machine and AI, in short, the technology, na kakaya nilang gawin yung bagay ng mas better, mas mabilis, paano pa kaya magagawa ng tao higitan yung mga nagagawa ng technology? So, parang dito ka talaga mapapaisip na parang, oo nga, parang kailangan pa ba talaga tayo ng future? Kung meron na talagang technology na mas may better pang gawin sa mga ginagawa natin ngayon, talagang magiging palaisipan to sa kahit sinong tao na nabubuhay ngayon na lumaki sa technology talaga.
Robotics and Artificial Intelligence, or yung AI na tinatawag natin ngayon. So, sabi dito, machines may become self-sufficient and could operate without human intervention, leading to scenarios where they no longer need humans to function. So, sabi po dito, ang robotics daw and artificial intelligence ay maaari raw na maging self-sufficient na kung saan di na kinakailangan ng mga tao para gawin yung isang trabaho. So, yung example dito is yung robot sa Jollibee. So, sa panahon kasi natin ngayon, pakunti-kunti na nagkakaroon ng mga workers na robot. So, habang tumatagal, magiging ganun na daw lahat ng mga workers. Number 2 is genetic engineering. Unregulated advancement in genetic modification could lead to dangerous biological weapons or unintended mutation threatening humanity. So, ang genetic engineering daw ay isang hindi kontroladong pag-unlad sa pagbabago ng technology na maaaring humantong sa paglikha ng mga panganib ng mga sandata o hindi inaasahang mutation na maaaring magbanta sa sangkatauhan. For example, dito is yung nuclear bomb. So, isa daw yung sa mga hindi kontroladong technology na nagawa ng isang tao na nagiging mapanganib at nagiging banta sa mga sangkatauhan. For example, dito yung nuclear bomb ng mga iba't ibang bansa tulad ng mga Japan, ganyan. So last, number 3 is nanotechnology. The potential for self-replicating nanobots, or a concept known as the Grey Goo scenario, could result in the destruction of ecosystem and human life. So ang nanotechnology daw ay kilala rin bilang gray goo, ay maaari magresulta sa pagkasira ng mga ecosystem at pagkawala ng buhay ng tao. So according to my research, ang example daw ng nanotechnology is nano-sized drug delivery or medicine. So ginagamit ang lipid nanoparticles sa ilang bakuna tulad ng mga mRNA COVID-19 vaccines upang mas epektibo maihatid ang gamot sa mga selula ng katawan. So yung nanotechnology is parang ano siya, para siyang gamot or medicine, yung nanotechnology.
Human obsolescence. Machines might replace human jobs, decision-making, and even emotional intelligence, making humans unnecessary in the workforce and society. Dahil sa mabilis na pagdevelop ng AI at machines, unti-unti nang napapalitan ang mga trabahong traditionally ginagawa ng tao. For example, sa factories, businesses, and even creative fields, mas efficient na ang AI compared to human workers. Kung magpapatuloy ito, pwedeng dumating ang time na hindi na tayo kailangan sa maraming industries, leading to mass unemployment and social instability. Pati sa decision-making, AI could take over, making humans less relevant sa mundo. Loss of control. AI and autonomous systems could outthink and outperform humans, making it impossible to control them once they reach a certain level of intelligence. Isa sa biggest dangers ng AI ay ang possibility na lumagpas ito sa kakayahan ng tao na kontrolin ito. As AI becomes smarter and more independent, pwede itong mag-improve ng sarili nito beyond human understanding. Kapag nangyari ito, baka hindi na natin ma-regulate or ma-predict ang mga actions nito. Kahit hindi ito intentionally harmful, AI systems programmed for efficiency might make decisions na hindi align sa human values, at once na mawala ang control, baka wala ng way para ibalik ito sa kamay ng tao. Existential risk. If AI, nanotechnology, or genetic engineering fall into the wrong hands or develop unforeseen threats, they could wipe out humanity, either intentionally or accidentally. Ang pinaka-worst scenario ay ang possibility na ang technology mismo ang maging dahilan ng pagkawala ng humanity. AI, nanotechnology, at genetic engineering all have the potential to create dangerous and unpredictable threats. Pwede itong maging self-sustaining at gumawa ng actions na hindi natin kayang pigilan. Halimbawa, kung ang AI ay may sariling goals na hindi kasama ang kapakanan ng tao, baka gumawa ito ng desisyon na directly harmful sa atin. Sa biotech, pwede rin magkaroon ng uncontrollable disease. Habang sa nanotech, may tinatawag na gray goo. Senaryo kung saan ang self-replicating nanobots ay tuluyang kumain ng resources, leading to a global disaster. At kung mahulog ang powerful technologies na ito sa maling kamay, mas lalo itong magiging threats sa seguridad ng buong.
As technology advances, automations and efficiently intelligence are replacing many human tasks. Machines perform tasks faster, more efficiently, and without fatigue, reducing the need for human labor. So ito is like, since yung technology nga is advancement na siya, so parang it's giving like, yung mga ibang tao is nawawala na din yung trabaho nila. It's just because of the technology advancement. Like for example, self-driving cars reduce the need for human drivers. Like di ba, may mga technology na mga cars na like for example, kahit hindi ka na mag-drive, siya na yung mismong aandar. So, impact of human roles. AI and robotics can now handle tasks once done only by human, including decision-making and customer service. Many industries are shifting to automated process, minimizing the need for manual work. Like for example, di ba, like sa chat bot. Like, nire-replace nila yung work nila sa mga customer service agent, since sila na yung sumasagot sa mga sagot. Unlike before is yung mga gumagawa doon is yung mga tao, di ba? Pero ngayon is kahit yung technology na lang, which is yung robot nga, is siya na lang yung sasagot hindi niya kailangan ng tao. Then for example also when it comes to like fast food, sa Jollibee, di ba, meron tayong Jollibot. So yun, parang nakakabawas din ng work ng mga tao yung Jollibot. Parang like sa mga may sa mga may business, parang less labor sila, which is meron silang advanced technology. Challenge of human replacement. Despite efficiently, technology lack human emotionals and moral judgment. Ethical concern arise when AI make critical decisions. Like for example, since ngayon nga, yung AI is nakakatulong sila sa health natin, like healthcare. Bale meron ng mga advanced technology na din sa mga ganon. Like for example, kahit merong ganon is iba pa rin kapag yung tao yung gumawa sa'yo ng ganon. Kasi yung AI kasi is even makakatulong siya sa'yo pero still is wala pa rin siyang emotional support unlike sa human. Opportunities for human. Human can focus on tasks require creativity, critical thinking, and empathy. New jobs opportunities will emerge in AI development and maintenance. Like for example, like yun nga, even nag-advance yung technology, kasi still kailangan pa rin nilang ng tao para gumalaw yung AI na yun. Like for example, makakapag-work pa rin sila, for example, sa mga system, ganun. Like, AI engaged and ethical AI advisors are high demand career. So yun, pwede nilang trabahuhin pa rin yun if meron kang alam sa AI industry. Future collaborations. The future requires a balance where technology supports human, not replace them. Human and AI can work together to improve efficiently while maintaining ethical standards. So dito, in the future is pwedeng mag-collaborate yung human and AI, which is pwede silang mag-collaborate and mag-improve while para maging standard lalo yung gusto ng mga ibang tao. Like for example, yung AI assist teachers enhance personal learning while teacher provide emotional guidelines. Like for example, sa mga teacher nga is nakakatulong sila. Like 'di ba dati is gumagamit lang sila ng mga Manila paper, ganon. But unlike now, since we are advanced technology, so gumagamit na sila ng laptop, then they can use a projector, ganon. Which is, nakakatulong yung technology sa kanila. So, parang yun, hindi sila nahihirapan. Like, yun nga, parang may collaboration doon.